Adam and Eve are not the perfect example for this generation. They are the perfect case. They were the foundation of humanity. So let's look at the fact in Genesis 2. Fact number 1. In Genesis chapter number 2, Adam was the only existing human at the time God brought Eve. Fact 1. Adam was the only existing human at the time God brought Eve. Fact number 2. Adam was the only man Eve met. Okay? So Eve does not know what it means for a man to have another physical features that Adam didn't have. We don't know whether God created Adam with 6 packs. So she had no idea of the one with 1 pack. You understand what I'm saying? Or super pack. She doesn't know what it means. Maybe she would have said, let me try and choose. Okay, this one, the stomach. Okay, whatever. But she didn't have option. Okay. Fact number 3. The concept of Christian relationship is the coming together of 2 individuals who are mature. Please put that down. The concept of biblical or Christian relationship is the coming together of 2 individuals who are mature in God and have come to discern that God will have them do life together. Now, maturity is so important because when you get a thing at the season that it is not useful to fulfill its purpose, it will be abused. Now, I do not recommend, according to scriptures, I do not recommend the idea of boyfriend and girlfriend relationship. Every male-female relationship that is gearing towards marriage should be with purpose in view. Not for fun. As a matter of fact, you cannot make that decision right if you don't know who you are. If you find a spouse before you get your esteem right, when you find your esteem, you will discover that you have gotten undersized. If you successfully marry, you will hate yourself for that. So there are many discoveries you need to make before you now say this is it. Because what makes sense to you now may not make sense tomorrow. Many things are product of your development and maturity. Are you seeing that now? So you must understand that some things somebody wants to marry a girl and the guy has been broke, he's been going through a lot of things, suffering, and he said, this girl is daughter of a prof. He said, daughter of a prof, my life is going to change. The guy he didn't know that somewhere in his journey, God too plans a prosperity package for him. He will be blessed and he will have. As money start coming, he just start getting angry. I've made a wrong decision. Listen to what I'm saying. You cannot make the choice of who to marry based on external features. Are you following what I'm saying? If somebody said anyone who does that is like a man buying a house because of the paint. How do you settle to buy a house and say because this house they painted it yellow? Is that not what you say when you say I want to marry a yellow girl? Are you following what I'm saying? So okay, I'm going to say black. Just the color. Melanin or the absence of it. What if this girl is yellow? When I see yellow girls, something used to do me. That thing that is doing you is actually sense deficiency syndrome. SDS. Do you understand what I'm saying? So say, I like this house because it has balcony. Front. I'm not the one that said it. I said someone said. Because when life begins to happen, all those things won't matter. One thing will matter, that there's compatibility in purpose, there's agreement, and then there's peace. There are many discoveries you must have made before you can really identify who you do life with. If you get a spouse before you know who you are, you have gotten a wrong person. How do you call for an helper when you have nothing to do? The helper will be stranded. And many girls are confused as touching the guys they are dating because they don't know what to help him with. Doesn't have a direction. And that's the kind of man that God said, this man. Somebody said, this man. This man. This man. It is not good for the man to be alone. Who is the man? The man that God planted in his presence. The man that God gave an assignment to. Is that okay now? The man that God has carried the blessing of the Lord. Are you seeing that now? So he's already rooted and planted in God. He's already rooted and planted in God. That is the kind of man that should not be alone. Listen to what I'm saying. It is not a crime to be single. It is a lifetime opportunity. Because may you not marry only to wish to be single again. And there are many factors that can make someone wish to be single again. One of it is when you have married before you discover that the man who married is not the man going to the future. Yeah? For that man that said, I love you to this girl, he was correct. But if only the man has met the man of the future, he will not say that. The man that you are today must meet the man of the future. Do you understand what I'm saying here? So, being single is not a crime. All this, I think somebody posted a video today that we're singing a song, I'm single, oh God, I can't remember the song. God is not coming to help you. God help me, I'm single. God help me, I'm single. Being single is not a crime. It's not, you have the opportunity to prepare, to discover yourself, to love God more, to factor your life out. Many opportunities. Now, listen, there is something called love addiction. It is one of the component signs of low self-esteem. When you can't do life without somebody saying, I love you. If you notice that when you look at your life since maturity till date, you have never done a year that nobody was saying, I love you. You need healing. A full year. Nobody saying, I love you, how was your night? And you are fine. You're a good person. But the moment relationship just end, say, relationship just end, say, I can't cope. Anybody. You will date a gamma lizard. Toad. You will date dinosaur. Spider. Spider-Man. Because you are confused. Some only love, not you. You must differentiate between the both. Some only love. And when you stay with somebody who loves love, you are a victim. They only love the idea of being in love. Nothing more. These situations exist. It exists. Whenever they see any love, this is, anytime people are proposing, I just love stories. We are not saying you should love 8 stories. Love stories. But that is not enough yardstick to give somebody a yes or to ask a girl out. I love. Calm down. We all love. But you must know the person you are falling in love with. Because at the end of the day, beloved brothers and sisters, at the end, you see, let me share this with you. I have seen Christian couples or Christian, I call the spouse and this. I looked at these guys. Said the way this guy's relationship is going, I mean, you don't need a prophet to say don't marry. Let's normalize the idea of breakup when it is necessary. Breakup is not a crime. Some of you are in a relationship, you are struggling to swallow saliva. Relax. Let's normalize it. That people break up doesn't mean one person is bad. But the truth is that sometimes two good people are not good for themselves. Okay? They are not good for themselves. So when you see people dating in church, they are posting their pictures. When you see that they are not posting again, you see someone pass here, someone pass that. Don't ask what has happened. You know. Sometimes many of these things you are causing problem. You are asking wrong question. What's happening? I did not date again. Shut up. It's normal. Okay? Sometimes people meet themselves and they think it will work, but it didn't work. It's normal. Say, if this doesn't work, I'm going to leave this church. Are you seeing your problem? That's the more reason why it should not work. Once he break up with me, I can't cope again. I can't be seeing him. So he should die. Let me say this to you, because when you stay with somebody who there is love, but there's obsession. Are you following what I'm saying? Let me share a story with you. One time like that, one sister, I've seen Wala in this life. The sister just starts sending me picture. If I go on the road to buy anything, she will send me picture that I was watching you as well. Buy this one, she will send me picture. I called her. So I said that you are my sister in the Lord, but this one has passed. This is a security matter. So I said that I'm feeling threatened right now. If you send me one more picture, I will get you arrested, ma. I said, once you send me one more picture, I will have to write both of us will go and write statement at the police station that you heard God about me hiding here. And nobody can beat me to it. It's not my fault. Okay? I didn't hear. I don't eat onions. I've never heard God give me instruction to eat onions. I didn't hear God. So should I die? I had to warn. Because there are many people in church who are only obsessed. They are not in love. Say, I can't bear somebody else. Marry this person. If somebody else will go this person, I'd rather die. You can see people stab themselves in marriage. Because I love this person too much to imagine somebody else being with this person. These are serious matters. Okay? So the idea of Christian relationship is that two people who have found their purpose, who know God, mature, are ready, are now coming together. Okay? Now, there is a way to come together without doing random sampling. So let me teach you. Is that okay now? When I say, so when you describe it like this, how do I then know the person? How do I know the person so that I will now not make a mistake? Number one, listen. Hear God. You can't choose a spouse by yourself. You have to be led. Because you don't know the future. The best form of knowledge you have is between yesterday and today. And when it's marriage, you are joining into the future. So it takes the one who is there to guide you. It takes him to lead you. It takes him to help you get it right. Is that okay now? It takes him to guide your path. Okay? This whole idea of, this new girl just joined church. That girl, have you seen that girl? Boys are talking there. That girl, I just joined church. You don't know the person. In fact, you can go and check as the person caused problem before. Let me share something with you. When we were serving, one new girl joined family house. I traveled. I came back. He said, pray you. Because I was a prayer coordinator. Say, pray you. We don't get one new sister. She's very, very fine. Say the sister even be asking of you. Ask of me, how? I don't want problem. Oh boy, that one sister emptied the entire family house. That she will go and read this person's message and say, see, forward it to that person. They are talking about you. They scatter people's heads together. So more than physical feature is content. Marry content, not looks. More than physical features. And there are guys who are models by look. But Igba, there's nothing there. No content. He can't converse with you. You'll be lonely and bored, though he's around. He's lonely at the top. Have you seen somebody who is beside you now? He said, I'm giving you attention. But there's no conversation. Nothing can flow. That's why you can't just decide, sir. Anytime you are starting a new conversation with marriage, you are already wrong. You say, this sister is fine. So the first thing you are saying is that I want to marry you. You are wrong. And ladies must mark guys like that. Okay, you are wrong. Because you don't know. Once you bring marriage first, you have jeopardized the whole idea of knowing the person. It can't work. So the idea is that there has to be an establishment of friendship. I have a lot to say around this. Somebody say friendship. Say it again loud and clear. Say friendship. Say friendship. Now, how many of you have friends? Let me see your hands up. I have friends. Somebody say again, say friendship. Now, how many of you have friends in this church? You have friends around? Say hello to your friend. Say hello to your friend. Okay. All right. Now look up. Say, I'm just trying to be a friend. But we all knew that before you were not trying to be a friend. Now, you want to be a friend. You call 6 times a day. In the morning, how are you doing? Suddenly, these guys start becoming nice. How are you doing? I'm just checking up on you. All of a sudden, he's becoming soft. Softy. I'm just checking up on you. You call again in the afternoon. He said, yeah, hope you're fine. Say, what are you doing with that girl? Say, no, we are just becoming friends. Now lie. You are blocking our emotional space. If truly you are becoming friends, you will make sure that there's room for other friends to enter. Make sure there's room for other friends to enter. And many people don't know that when attention generates affection. It does. Consistency. Wearing the person down. Hello, how are you doing? How is this? Say, what are you saying? I just want to be. No. And sometimes people now take other people on a journey emotionally and now pull out. Friends don't leave. Friendship, listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Friendship is that we are building bases for us to know each other. It is not that we are building bases for marriage. It is basis for communication to get to know you more on a very simple ground. It must be done intelligently in such a way that the person can't even suspect why you are around. And even when that reason changes, because the friendship is still sustained, the person can't even suspect it. And many girls can smell many guys miles away. Because this guy doesn't greet her, doesn't say anything. All of a sudden, just start checking. How are you doing? Oh, are you fine? Start becoming caring. The other time I saw the way you were walking. Are you fine? Is your leg fine? This. And the sister is wondering, the way you are coming like this, I hope it's not what I'm thinking. Okay? Friendship is on a very... Listen to what I'm saying. The idea of friendship is innocence. Okay? I just want to know this person more and make you my friend. I have friends. We don't call each other every day. There's no time. You'll do that. Once you call the person every day, within 3 days, you're already pushing for video call. Can we start having video call? You have already brought marriage in view. And once there's so much pressure like that, you can't know the person. You can't. Are you with me? So what you want to do is that first, learn the basis of human relationship. There's a simple intelligence for basic human relationship. The way to relate with people, male and female. Do you have female friends? Talk to me. Do you have female friends? Do you have male friends? What you want to do with that person is to bring that person to this space like other friends. Are all your female friends suspecting that you are going to ask them out? No. That's the idea. Any guy who start talking to a girl within 24 hours, 2 days, starts saying, I love you. He's not really smart. He's not really smart. There's the basic intelligence. And most times that girls turn guys off is because this thing is missing. Do you understand what I'm saying? You can. I'm not supposed to be teaching you now. I'm supposed to teach you Bible. Okay? But there's a smart way. There's a smart way, sir. When you get that smart way right, the girl would have sworn in her heart that if this guy comes around, I like him already. But there's a way you do it. Many guys don't know that even when a girl is talking simply on phone, hello, how you say, I'm fine too. And sometimes after those calls, she just eased. And you won't know. There's no difference between, particularly if a girl who is polite. Never misunderstand a girl's politeness for liking you. Now, on many occasions, a guy has said about a girl, I said, does she like you? Say, on my effort from God, she likes me. And I will call the girl, is there a guy around? She says, no. I know the guy doesn't exist in her emotional space. She has looked at him and named him afar off. Do you understand that? That a girl is polite doesn't mean you can't be planked. It's politeness. She honors God in your life. Not that she likes you. Are you following what I'm saying here? And many church brothers are full of assumptions. They are the jagaban in their prayer department, in their community of friends. So the guy already has an assumption that every girl likes him. So he goes there with the idea of, why won't she like me? Well, she has a choice. And she has weighed you. And you are not the choice. But do you know there's a way? Because many of these times, the reason why those girls sharply say no is because there's no ground for knowledge. Particularly a smart girl, because they are dull girls. True? Say, I've been waiting for you to come. Say, when will you ask me out? 1 week of conversation. Yeah. Okay, but these are things that we need to talk about. And somehow we have to discuss it in church. There's a way to start building the basis for a relationship. You should not start with threat. You are the will of God for my life, just so you know, so you don't miss it. If you miss my type, you have missed it. So, just so you know. Okay? God spoke to me about you in a vision. Go and pray about it. Now, don't assume that these things don't exist. That fine-looking guy may not have really knowledge, may not have it. And that's your problem. See, you must be patient to know the people beyond their looks. You'll be shocked sometimes. Do you understand what I'm saying? I prayed about you, pray about me too. Let's pray about ourselves. Some may even come and tell you, can I be your Bible study partner? That's deception. He said, no, Papa, it's entry point. Are you hotspot? Tell your neighbor there is a smart way. Say it again, there's a smart way. There's a better way. Say it again, there's a better way. And we have to be honest. I would have loved to call 5 sisters out to tell you some of their weirdest experience. And you'll be shocked. How weird. Things you will hear your fellow men say, you cover your face. And say, they have disgraced us. Now, sisters, do you mind? Will you help me? Can you write it down? Nobody will know who wrote what. Do you want to try? Wave your hands if you want to. Wave your hands. Okay, we have 1 person at the back. We have 2. Thank you. We have 3. Who else? 4. All right. Write down some of your weirdest experience with some of the brothers. Brother Karim. There are brothers who are practically demonic. When they talk to you about marrying you, you'll be afraid. This is the way they will be looking. Smile. Or smile. It's not in their dictionary. So I've been praying about you. And I've been praying. I just finished 7 days dry fasting now. And in fact, I'm here to have my bath. Just returning from the mountain. So, I know you are a woman of God. I know you are a woman of God. So I've been praying. You can join me in prayer. Let's know what God is saying. If you are open to it, here's my number. See you later, woman of God. And you are amazed. If you miss it in building day-to-day human relations, it will reflect in your ideologies of building such relationship. It will reflect. You don't start becoming fond of a person just because now you want their hand in marriage. You learn to let that be a lifestyle. Okay? Let that be a lifestyle. Just simply. Somebody has not known you for long, just immediately say, I want to marry you and all that. Of course, maybe there are divine scenarios or something, whatever it is. But we must pay attention to that. If we tell sisters, are they writing? They are still writing. The experience is long. There are sisters we have had to do deliverance for because of the fear, the bolt of fear the guy sent to her heart. That once I go now, your own is finished. So once I leave here now, you have to say yes before I go. Have you seen people who are threatening you to say yes? You have 2 weeks to give me a response? Because patience is my weakness. Once it exceeds 2 weeks, consider it gone. Because I can't wait for long. I'm in that season now where I have to move to the next phase and so yes, it's either you or Stashade, so whichever one. The problem I have with your laughter is that you think it doesn't exist. But it does. It does exist. Okay? And let me say this to you. Before 2 people can go into a relationship, there must be common knowledge. 2 can't work together except they would agree. Except they agree. See, never you go with somebody who is following you because the fellow feels time is gone. See, let me say this to you. Never you give a yes to somebody who just feel I'm behind schedule. There is no recognition of your person. The fellow just need marriage, not you. There are people who just need to marry. It could be male or female. I just feel I'm at the time. You see, one time Daddy Joe said this, and younger ministers and all that. Daddy Joe said, he said, marry for love. Marry the person you love. Because listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. You say love may not carry you through another. Love will. It will. Listen to what I'm saying. Love will. But you need much more things also added plus that love. But if you have those things without the love, it is prison. God will not hurt you with a spouse you are not happy to see. You wake up every day and you are full of regret. I should not have. And check, in most cases, that decision was made under pressure. Do you understand what I'm saying? And listen to what I'm saying. This idea, because this love, there is the initial gra-gra, the one of, I'm fond of this person, we're talking every day. Let that one dry. See, this love is that you love the person's totality, spirit, soul, body. Do you understand what I'm saying? I have seen spouses that irritate each other. Do you understand what I'm saying? When this woman looks at the guy, she feels irritated. What were you looking at when you made that decision? Pressure. Pressure will be so powerful you will not even know. Okay, bring the answers. Thank God, nobody knows who dropped which. Let's look at the report card of some of our brothers. Let's read the report card. I broke up with the guy and he went to drink alcohol. He went about talking to people that you made him drink alcohol. The girl said, I asked the guy, what is your purpose? He said, my purpose is between me, God, and a book. This is the same writing. This is that you have seen a lot of. As just the third day of meeting him, he told me how he feels. I like him already. I wouldn't mind if we start dating. Just in 3 days of meeting. 3 days, people can shock you. 2 hours. His understanding of marriage is that the woman must have to be submissive and not love the man according to the Bible. So since he already has the love, problem is solved. So you don't have to love me. I already love you, so there's no problem. That's what he's saying. He said on the first outing, I have a house. All that is remaining is a wife. Does he have sense? I will meet your parent next week and pay your bride price 2 weeks later. This writing looks so much alike. I'm confused. I want to read something here. This one is serious. This one said, another one said, there's somebody else I want to marry, but I said, let me talk to you first. Before I read this last one, let me say this to you. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen. That ideology is what you will live with. Is what will raise your children. You are really marrying the ideology. Massage the person's sense to know who you are marrying. Marriage is not just about vision. You will not be living in dream realm. Life. The ideology will come alive. You need to know who you are marrying. Have you seen the case of the guy that was sleeping with that girl on campus? He says, Papa. That was telling the girl, if you leave me this, you are doomed, blah, blah, blah. That is his ideology. You cannot know a man's ideology when you are in a hurry. You need to know. Who are you? The guy is asking you out. He has never spoken to a bold girl before. Because you stood your ground and talking and say you are proud. That's the kind that kills a woman's esteem, to conquer her. You need to know. Then let me not talk about the guy. You need to know the girl you are marrying. They are figure 8. Nothing is there. Not well brought up. Does not have any idea. Anything you say, burn on it. No contribution. Our own idea of marriage is when you are married, submit. Will kill you, yes sir. Take you to the slaughter slab, yes sir. Say because that's the 21st century marriage. I'm 25 years of yard of wife material. Born to wife material. So you need to, you need, see, it is for your own good. You need to have the avenue to know the person. To know the person. Create room to hear them talk. Don't just talk about best color. See, the reason many people are having problem in marriage is because they never courted. They were only taking ice cream and shawarma. They were only singing. Let's sing the song together. I like Isajolo. Yeah. Yeah. It's not song you'll be singing when you are married. Real person, real human being, real person. You need to know who. You need to know who. You need to know the way the person thinks. I have seen cases, I can't give examples. I have seen matters. There are people that actually, it takes somebody who have left God to marry them. Nobody who has found God to find them. You found them because you disobey God. I'm saying that there are people who should not be married, and it's not a cause. They should not be. This one, do you understand what I'm saying? They should not be married. There are people that should marry next year. They are not ready now. But there are people that even in 20 years, somewhere along the line, will take somebody who have missed God to find them. Both male and female, they exist. And sir, never rate them by the way they preach. Never rate them by the way they sing. Never rate them by what they do in church. Fact. Church work is not a way to know a good girl or a good boy. Anybody can be good at their office space and bad at home. You are not going to be sleeping in church now. Say, I like her because she's always sweeping in church. The way she will sweep your head away. Let me read this sister's home because it's long. Say, we met at a conference and exchanged contact. He started sending me good morning messages and several calls a day. Then he asked me out on WhatsApp and started telling me how, some of you are saying, don't you used to do it? And started telling me how, some of you have still dropped a proposal for a girl on WhatsApp. You are in church. Started telling me how he's sure that God is taking him to places and I'm the woman for him. There was no breathing space at all. All of this happened within weeks until I changed it for him and stopped. What do you mean by change it for him? And stopped responding. All right, that's the case. I still consider these experiences, there are matters. But this one that said, there's someone else, but I want to marry, but I said, let me talk to you first. That guy should be jailed. Listen to what I'm saying. Have you seen people talk with a level of foolishness? You say, Guinness Book of Record need to hear this. You are shocked. Have you seen people that you almost would have been famsing until you saw them? Talk to me. Someone that you almost would have been liking the idea of them from afar, like, my God, this person is not bad. Until you go closer. I say it's bad. It's bad. Really, it's bad. It really is bad. Mark my word. There are people who should not be married at all. And you can be a victim if you remove God from the equation. Who is this guy? How does he think? What is his idea of who a woman is? What is his idea? Is he respectful? Does he respect you? You know, many, God help me. Unfortunately, many young ladies grew up in homes where their relationship with their dad didn't really show them the way a woman should be treated. So they themselves are not expecting much. It is those who are outside that know that this guy is treating them bad. To them, it's normal. After all, it's better than their dad. And that's why I want to urge you as men. Treat your children well. Because somebody will continue from where you stopped. And the person is not going to do better unless God has helped his heart. There are many funny cases around this issue. A girl, seeing a guy, they're already talking, they're looking smooth. The next thing she's saying is that, can I move into your house? I have accommodation problems. There are people cohabiting. Cohabitation. Okay, can I just move in? So when you talk to a guy like that, the guy already sees you as a liability. Guys, by default, don't value anything that is not asset. Just 2 weeks of conversation. I couldn't call you, but my credit has finished. That's not an information you are begging. Can you sub for me? Can you sub for me? Sub. Can you sub for me? So if I can get 2 gig, 500 naira, it's an insult to the money that sent you to school. It's an insult. And we must normalize the idea of girls working for their own money. What you need is relationship, not a sponsor. From the day you said yes to him, you expect him to buy you wig, to pay. What will he now buy when he marries you? He will buy you oxygen. Then, since they will start dating, are you buying me wig? Are you buying me underwear? You can't buy pants yourself. You must know your size at this level. Now you all are quiet. Or are you buying it? We need to know. Maybe you don't say anything wrong, we are starting buying. Are you buying it? Say never, never. How will you say never, never? Now, okay. Since you try buying, it's 2 months now. I've been dating. You've never stopped for me before. I'm not saying you should be stingy, but I'm saying that some things don't make sense. And there are guys they are the ones that will come out. They are fine. They are very nice until you give them a yes. And then you also did discover that where did all this problem exist before? Just the next day, urgent 2K. Say, I'm not eating. How? Who is raising this kind of people? These are insults. And when relationships start on that note, it doesn't end well. Because there will be no honor. There's no basis for it. One time like that, a girl packed herself, went to start living with a guy. I was living downstairs, they were living upstairs. One time like that, I started hearing noise. The girl said she wants to commit suicide. She wants to jump from one building story. Started holding the girl. Don't die. Pastor, again, cool, let me die. He carried the said, I'm going to drink. The guy said, I can't cope again, though. The guy was saying, people gathered. The guy was saying, look at me now. Is this how I look? I'm lean. Every day, sex. This girl wants to kill me. The girl was saying, I'm not going anywhere. She has finished the guy. I called the guy. I said, oh boy, this girl will not live. Run. The guy didn't run now. The girl graduated, he didn't graduate. The girl is married to a powerful politician here in Abuja. The first thing she did when she found that guy was that she blocked him. She has used him for campus level. He has spent all his virality on campus. Now it's time for the husband. And see, people who do random sampling like that, listen to what I'm saying. When you live a perverted sexual life as a single, you're already going to be prone to adultery in marriage. Because one person can't satisfy you. And I was advising the guy, I told him, I said, check your life. Check the number of months you were unable to wait before you get another relationship. I said, in marriage, you will wait longer. That is, if you look at your life, you discover that dating somebody, you never date. Okay, this is what I said. You never dated and you never stayed in a relationship for 2 years. Every relationship, 1 year, 6 months, you are broken up. You see what you want to see, you run away. Once you start hitting the mark that you have never crossed with a single person in marriage, you're already thinking of quitting. Because you didn't pass the test of commitment. Do you understand what I'm saying? The reason people's spouse are no longer fine in their eyes because as a single person, they never pass that test of staying faithful. And many people already now believe that for your home to be nice, you can't be checking your spouse's phone. That's what the guy believes. And you say he's a man after God's heart. Say, in fact, his name is David. There are many David that should have been named Goliath. That should have been the real name. Sorry to those who are David. Because of the mindset. Now, it is one thing for us as church to try to teach people. It is another thing for us to be trying to teach people who have already accepted dysfunctionality. A girl said it. That I can't date a guy who can't beat me. She said the home will be boring. I was confused. So what makes it lively is basketballs. Say I will talk, you will agree with everything. Hey, what kind of guy is that? Go there, no me there. Beat me small. Let's scatter everywhere and what I say so that there will be action. That is our mindset. Is that if that one should marry a peaceful guy to look like she's cursed. Sometimes what a person is praying for is not you. Do you understand what I'm saying? And the issue of immorality is not just guys, even girls. There are people who conveniently date 3 brothers in the same church, and they will never know themselves. They will never know. To tell you the psychology. Obonge, she will do it well and say pray in tongues. They say all dance with 3 people, all the 3 of them. They will never know. They can never find out. Now, these are, I'm just, because these examples I'm showing you don't exist with Adam and Eve. Their own was a clean slate. Let me give you a few hints. There are many things that a very healthy home cannot survive without. Number 1, it takes people who have met Jesus to treat each other, to treat themselves well. Somehow, largely, your Christianity reflects in your marriage. 2 good Christians will actually be better couples. Because there are things they will not do because they fear God. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't have what it takes to shout at my wife. May I never be that courageous. I am firm. I'm a leader. But I'm not a bullier. Sit down there. I'm your husband. And he started saying it when you were dating. Let me give you qualities you must see in a person before you even think of marrying them. Qualities you must see. Let me first give you qualities you must see in a man before you think of marrying him. Number 1, he must have met Jesus. It is not debatable. It is not debatable. He must have met Jesus. A man who is not under authority cannot lead the home. He must be under authority of Christ. Not a mouth Christian, a practicing Christian. One that you can see the influence of the Lordship of God upon you. Now, listen to what I'm saying. The idea is that let's marry. It's not about this Christian, all these cocoa things. When you remove Jesus from any equation, what you have is chaos. What you have is chaos. He must have met Jesus. Vice versa, she must have met Jesus. Number 2. Marry somebody under authority. Marry somebody under authority. Someone accountable. Anyone who is not accountable should not be trusted. Now, you must check the authority figure in their life because it can be a figurehead. There are those who claim to have authorities over their life that they are not actually accountable to. They deceive the girl because they know what the girl wants. And that's why you need discernment. Is this person under? Is there someone you can call? The guy you are dating, is there somebody you can call and say he's misbehaving? Help us. And the guy will not come back and say, why did you call them? Why did you call them? I told my wife, You know my spiritual father. You know my mentors. Any day, don't ask for my permission. If you feel there's something I'm doing wrong, report me to them. My phone, we use the same password. My WhatsApp, you can see it. Everything. I'm under authority. I don't trust myself to do it well without accountability. I can't treat her well without accountability. I need people who can see what I'm not seeing. That can see that. And meanwhile, see, you must also have cycle of friends that know how to treat their spouse better. Listen to what I'm saying. If some of you are not writing, you are proud. And when the time comes, I will tell you are proud. Listen to what I'm telling you. If all the friends you have are treating their spouse bad, it will reflect in your home. Because you soon feel, thank God we are not doing up to this. Till you start doing close to it. If you came from homes that are dysfunctional, have friends. People whose home you can see. That mirrors where you are going. Peace. Say, I'm not a PDA person. I have friends that knows how to do it. Who takes their wife out for shopping, take pictures and all that. While we know that all those things are not all there is to marriage. But it is important. There are many people that have shared picture and all that. But in the house is hell. So I'm not saying that picture is all there is, but it is also important. Marry somebody under authority. Both of Jesus and of people. Number 3, marry character. Character. Check for characters like integrity. Is this person a person of integrity? Not like you start hearing is defiling minors. It's defiling people. When he says yes, is his yes, yes. Can we count on him? Can we count on her? Is he rude? He can talk to you and talk to your mother-in-law. And talk everybody down. And shut you down. Say, sit down there when I'm talking to you now. And you are a subject in your home where you should be happy. You see, it was not like that from the beginning. He has always been like that. You are the one who didn't see well. Many people will say the person has not been like that from the beginning. He has always been. He was showing you the signs. Whenever you are arguing, his hands is shaking. But he said, I love him. Or when his hands is shaking. You didn't ask him, why is your hands shaking? He wants to slap you, that's why. He will light you. See, that's the way his nature is. Whenever he's angry, his hands just shake. His hands just shake. When the hands shaking, he say he's praying in tongues. That's not praying in tongues. That's like a pit bull. He's vibrating. He wants to. And sometimes he just hold back. What is holding him back is because the ring has not entered. When the ring enters, he throws away restraint. You are seeing it. Any little argument tells you I'm not doing again. That's someone who lacked commitment. Any little argument, say, I'm not doing. Consider that the end of this relationship, all the things I bought for you, bring them back. Bring them back now. That shoe you are wearing, I bought it for you now. I bought that shoe for 5,000 naira. He said, that's how it is. Whenever he's angry, he just talk like that. That's not really his nature. You know, he's a cool guy. That's what is wrong with you. They say love is blind. Marriage opens the eyes. Sir, I found out nobody really changed in marriage. You only see a deeper version of them. No miracle takes place at the altar. It doesn't matter if the Pope of the world lays hands on you. He is who you are marrying. She is who you are marrying. The saucy nature, the dirty nature. There are dirty guys, sir. Can wear one boxers for 2 weeks. He's smelling from under. Let's face it. With the thing is vapor is coming. You feel it. No oven there, it's just coming. He said, you know, guys are not really clean. No, it's your own guy that is not clean. It's your own guy. Check for these things. Now, dirtiness is in stages. There are ones that can be, there are one that you can't cope with. This one is conk. Listen to what I'm saying. There are things that people can cope with in a spouse. There are things that they can't cope. They will need to scrape this person's mindset. Use Isaiah, fumigate, Eric, change. And when you change, we give you like 1 year to manifest the change. Don't come and put the change on me. You'll be using it to learn. Change. That same sister, let me tell you stories now. A brother started talking with her. Just normal friends. So the brother said, okay, I'm even passing through Ilefe. I'm just going to pass by and just say hello to you. Normal friends. By the time the brother got to her house, the brother met all the family members in the parlor. And she introduced him as the person they want to marry. The guy was shocked. How? When did we talk this? He was pinching him. When did we? Oh boy, wala deal. So this guy's guy. The guy was shocked. How now? Everybody pray for him, say kneel down. You too kneel down. Pray for him. God will be both of you. Nothing will scatter your means in the name of Jesus. They even delayed him there. They gave him coke. Say he should drink. Say they're calling our in-law. By the time the brother was supposed to go, she begged him and said it's night. I can't go. So he can just sleep in one room. Yeah. To tell you. So the guy too, foolishly, went to that one room, slept. At night, he entered. Both of them slept with each other. 2 days after, she called him and said, I'm pregnant. 2 days. The guy said, my life has scattered. My life has scattered. How do you know you are pregnant in 2 days? Desperado. She want to clip him and hold him where it hot. This matter, the guy had to remove the SIM card and break it to escape for his life. And she was not pregnant. Of course, the guy too is not a serious person. Never be desperate. You will sell yourself cheap. So check for character in the person you want to marry. Check for character. Is this person kind? How does this fellow treat waiters? Who is this? Because the person who is not kind will not be kind to you. Listen to what I'm saying. You need a spouse that will be kind to you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Before I married my wife, I made up my mind. I will serve her in every way possible. Because when we say for better, for worse, all people are thinking about is just leave us, let us go and enjoy ourselves. That's not the idea. Life will happen. You will see this person in their best state and in the worst state. The person you are marrying is the person solid enough to carry you in your worst state. Let me tell you something. One time, a lady called me. There's been serious problem in that home. She said, this guy doesn't understand me. She said, Pastor, ask him. Ask him. We've been married for so and so years. Has he ever come one day and lay hands on me and say, I bless you as your husband? Has he ever done it? He said, I was pregnant. Did he ever, at any point, lay hands on my womb and prophesy to our child? It is not today that the guy is not a priest. You were enjoying it while you were single. You were not praying now. And it was fun. What I'm saying is that the things that are fun today are the things that will haunt you tomorrow. Unless they are dealt with. They correct him in church. Both of you will gang up against your pastor. Don't mind them. Yeah. See, the girl is the one who is cutting off accountability. Don't mind them. Nobody can control you anyhow. Yeah. Sorry that you need voices to chain him down. that you need help. You know you need to even be the one to help him, because one day it will be about you. And there are girls who are very foolish. They are rude to all their spouse's friend. Rude. All of them. Rude. Talk to each other. Leave us, so we are two of these two. Three is a crowd. Now he's threatening to leave you. There's nobody to talk to. They never leave you. There's nobody you can confide in. All the in-laws, you have insulted them. The pastors, they will call you, you won't pick up. Now you are saying there's nobody to talk to. There's nobody. This world is a lonely place. This world, you have to know yourself. You have to, you have to fight your battles, because in this life, nobody really cares. People care. You are the one who is not wise. And these are matters. Watch out for character. Marry character. Say a lot of marry character. Say marry character. Number 4, marry commitment. Now, let me give you an insight to this. Can you see anything that mirrors commitment in this person's life? What is the longest relationship in his life? Is he committed to people? Is he committed to people? Actually, I don't have friends because I was in that place too. That person, they treat me bad. Everybody in his life, they treated him bad. And he has terrible stories about all of them. Soon it will be your story. Date intelligently. There are things somebody will say, you start suspecting the person. Say, I love you, but you are a suspect. Say, okay, do you go to church? Say, well, this church thing, what I do is that I follow online. You ask somebody who is 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Who do you listen to? There's nobody in the younger generation. You say, hey, actually, he doesn't listen to anybody. He doesn't listen to anybody. He doesn't listen to anybody. I'm telling you. Sometimes you hold this phone, you can't find any message. Say, hey, but you said you listen to so. Say, actually, I just cleared my memory card. My phone is hanging. But there are movies. You only cleared it of messages. Movies, 1 gig, 2.5 gig. It's not making it hang. But messages, 50 MB is making it hang. Start suspecting. Anybody you have decided you will never suspect, you have decided to marry the person blindly. It will be your fault. I shared a story with you of a guy that married the girl. Bachelor's Eve. He slept beer parlor overnight. They woke him up in his drunken state for his church wedding. He didn't bath. He didn't brush. It was on bike he was combing. Real story. When he got to the church, he has alternated the button of the shirt, of the suit. No be she marry him. She don't know what she they marry. She saw him now. Abi? Is it today they are drinking a marula together? Is there something called marula? There's a drink like that now. You 2 days. Say you don't know. They were drinking all those things together. She said, now he has gone to shower you on your wedding. As they gave them wedding certificate, he collected it, folded it in his back pocket. Back pocket. They said you may kiss the bride. It was smelly. He was even the one that used his hand to do the girl's mouth. I tell you. A real life story. They all had to go separate ways after joining them together. He took bike, went to his own covenant. He too went to a place. They will meet again after the service. There's another one. See, what I'm telling you are real life stories. I can't just mention names. This one, he got into a fight with his mother. He's a very angry person, highly temperamental. Got into a fight with the mother-in-law on his wedding day. He gave her one punch. She fainted. Knocked her out. Knocked the mother-in-law out. So when I say that there are people that should not be married, see, all your intercessors must have stopped for you to see them. All those, the way David said Uriah should be placed with brilliant men and they should withdraw. This kind is for those whose brilliant men have withdrawn. May we have eyes that sees that there are people who deserve to be single. He knocked his mother-in-law out. The son came, mommy, me, you didn't say, Fight. Wedding day. What was the problem? Rice. They didn't serve my family. They served this. After all I bought, yeah, I'm not. You married a street boy. And many times, it is good girls that marry such boys. You know why? Because I don't want to marry around church. No, I don't want to marry a guy anybody will be controlling. You want the one that the devil will control. No problem. Sometimes people got what they bargained for. They also have a desire. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. A Tony Rapu with the spark of Tupac. You understand what I'm saying? So I said, like, people like Pastor Tony Rapu, tall, this boy, he has to have a spark of Tupac. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. A Selma with the spark of Jaru. So he just be there. Say, I like them bad. I just like the spice of bad boy. You know the bad boy vibe. Village people are just playing chess on your head. Hey. You need to, before you pity anybody, know what they ask for. You know, pastor just start counseling people. Say, no, this girl know what she wanted. There were many good guys. She look at them and say, I'm not sure this one will be good in bed, but this one, you see what he's giving you now? Problem. Wahala. Before you marry anybody, check. What is their relationship with their local assembly? Now, this is a very important one. Are they committed? What's their pastor's report about them? What kind of local assembly are they attending? Alignment of doctrinal persuasion is very key. Very, very key. Now there are many churches, sir. Strange one. I found another one yesterday. I was shocked. Shocked. I didn't believe that one can exist. Shocked. You need to ask questions. Let me be very factual with you. I'm not against any church. Okay? But there are indices to know a Bible-believing church. There are indices. I don't want to talk. Are you following what I'm saying here? So you check this girl's local assembly. She doesn't greet anybody in church. No. Said, actually, I live my life on my own. When I go to church, I just go to church. I don't greet anybody. So I do my things low-key. Okay, no problem. She doesn't want to get involved in anything. No greet anybody. Nothing. Just do her stuff. Say my own low-key. I'm not against being an introvert. But there must be a practical life of commitment in your local assembly. There must be. I know there are big churches, but you must find a way to serve. You must find a way to serve. To check the person's relationship with the local assembly. Number 5. Check the person's doctrinal persuasion. Hi. Doctrine means a body of teaching. What body of teaching is this person living by? Unfortunately, we're in a generation that does not really prioritize the place of the word. Is this the kind of person we can sit down and study the Bible together? Does he read his Bible? Does she read her Bible? Or she gets bored when it's time to study? Does he have a prayer life? Does she have a prayer life? Can she pray? Can he pray? I have friends on campus. When I say let's pray, they don't pray. They will not pray. I said, this lifestyle you are building, you will see the result. Let's pray. Say every night, I'm tired. 1 hour. You that you want to marry, do you pray? Can you pray? If there's a challenge, do you know the route of prayer? Do you know the route of prayer? What is your first response? The guy you want to marry, what if, I'm not saying he must be a pastor or something. But does he know God? What if the doctor says so and so is the condition? Does he have an altar? These are questions. And there are many people who are pastors who don't have altars. Forget about being a pastor. Don't let anybody deceive you with that. Sometimes there are simple looking guys who are deeper than many pastors. Apologies, but it's the truth. Does he have an altar? What does he believe? What does she believe? What is persuasion about giving? What does he understand about salvation? Can he get your children filled in the Holy Ghost? Or we have to wait for a pastor from outside? With this person, can we ever have a family devotional life? Can we? There are people you can never build it because they are now used to life without it. They can't pray. It is not everybody that can pray when problem comes. There are people who have now lived the life that they cannot pray. See, if you don't pray now, when problem comes, you pray. It's not true. There are people who cannot pray. If you are not praying together in relationship, you will not pray together in marriage. You won't pray together. Does he pray? Does he study the Bible? Check. What is his understanding of biblical leadership? What does he know about priesthood? One of my friends told me. He said, I want to tell you a story. He said, you like me? I said, yes. He said, let me tell you a story. He said, my mother died so and so years back. She was giving birth to their last born. Declared dead in the hospital. She said, my father entered and locked the door where she was placed and prayed for 3 straight hours and brought her back to life. Are you somebody like that? Powerful question. Let me tell you something. There are people who are wishing their spouse will die. Do you understand what I'm saying? I was showing my wife a statistics. 70% of DNA tests done in Nigeria show that the children are not for the men. How many percent? 70%. 70%. In fact, my wife was telling me a story of a father-in-law, the father of the husband, who was suspecting the woman that this woman, she's cheating on my son. She's cheating. The man secretly, when the children went for holiday, secretly took the children for DNA tests. Only for the man to discover that his own son is actually the one that is not his son. Not the son's children. The way you open mouth, that's why I take open mouth. Now the idea is simple. Anybody who cheat on God with you will cheat on you with somebody else. A very important principle. Anybody who cheat on God with you. The problem is that when two people are dating and they are enjoying it, the girl is not complaining. He's used to sinning. Now that he's now cheating on you, you are crying. You were both enjoying it together. That's check. Not just that he quotes scripture. Does he live by it? Does he fear God? When he says a word, do you find it to be so? Yes, yes. These are things to check. Because this is the mentality that will raise your children. Who is this? Don't marry a stranger. You know the person. You want to do life with this person. Can it be known in 2 weeks? You want to anchor your future on that? Definitely you have not even seen the future.